Oh, hi everybody. It's Friday, September 17th. Yeah. Going back into work, but it's a short shift today. Only 5.5 hours. Why can't everything in life be so simple? And on my way into work, I'm gonna hit up the store. I should have enough time to. And buy some more munch. If I had time, I'd buy one of those things. I said I need to start buying the little thing that has the days of the week, so you can put your supplements and pills and whatnot in there. Just make my life easier. Granted, half the time, if I'm working, I'm gonna end up eating them at work, so I don't know, maybe it's not quite the best setup, but whatever. I'm prepped, I'm ready, I'm feeling pretty decent today. We'll see what happens over the course of the day. Oh, that reminds me, I need to make some space for what I'm gonna buy today, so I should probably pull the pineapple out. Hell yeah, brother. There's so many times I intended to stop, do a little update. It didn't happen. I took my 15. I was gonna say something, but instead I ate an apple, had a drink. I feel like that's how a lot of my 15s at work are gonna be. Have an apple, have a drink. So I'm trying to catch the max. Probably gonna miss it, unless it gets stranded at Gateway for a couple of minutes, because it's gonna be in about 10 minutes, and it's probably about a 11-12 minute walk for me, and I'm not running. I'm tired. I had a very fibro day, as I call it. I'm feeling pretty good now, but first 3.5 hours of work just and also I'm expecting some bodily oddities because I'm transitioning my diet. And that, gosh, your body's like, what the hell are you doing to me? So I'm expecting a little bit of that in addition to the general fibromyalgic, if that's a term. I get to say it because I have it. My fibromyalgic tendencies. Sounds like a romance novel. You, me, and our fibromyalgic tendencies. So anyway, if the max gets stuck at Gateway for a bit, I might make it. Otherwise, I won't be waiting for a bit. But anyway, bought some more odds and ends at the store. But yeah, food-wise, not too much to update. I bought some more apples. I bought some guaranteed gluten-free oatmeal. I have a little bit of other oatmeal that probably doesn't have much gluten, if any at all, but I wanted to have the real thing. I have to start buying me some Bob's Red Mill products. Which, by the way, my girlfriend's grandpa and Bob of Bob's Red Mill are buddies. And I actually went and ate there once, and it was delightful. And I also bought a fruit smoothie thing. I checked the ingredients, and there's just a slight bit of citric acid or ascorbic acid or something. It's the worst thing that's in it, so that's pretty good. And I got one other thing, I can't remember. I'm thinking on doing some kind of a black bean and rice dish when I get home for my primary dinner. Get the bulk of my calories that way. And yeah, I got some good ideas. Just doing a general quick online check. Things you do with black beans, and a lot of it goes with rice. And beans and rice are two things I'm doing a little bit more than usual of now. There's a slight chance I'm gonna make the max in time, so I'm cutting through here. Gonna be a bit sketchy. See people coming up. I hope I didn't just miss it. Mask off, I can't breathe. I just covered a lot of ground. There's no way the max already came. I moved. I hoofed it. Made this trek in about 9 minutes. Come on, legs, health. Trying to get every part of my body healthier. The magic card. I'm so glad I made it. I really didn't want to get stuck waiting. Oh my God, and there's the max. I literally made it with like a minute to spare. Hell yeah, brother. Proof. Oh man. Hell yeah. That's what I like to see. This never happens. So I didn't video a whole lot today. Not that there was a whole lot going on. I had to try some testing out, some getting used to cooking food that I haven't really cooked much before in my life. Namely black beans, which I didn't realize how long they took to cook, so I ended up not having them because I didn't want to take 3 hours for that to happen. But I did soak them, and they're sitting in there in that pot waiting to be cooked. There's my pineapple. I don't know why I included that, but it's there. So I ended up making some rice, and I cooked up some lentils, and lentils are, you know what, they're pretty good on their own. I really have never had them on their own. I understand why people want to mix them with butter. It's got almost a corn on the cob vibe, but it's so freaking dense. I made not that much, and I could barely eat a quarter of it. It was just so dense. I don't even think I'm probably at about 1,870, 1,880. I'm a little under 2,000 calories for the day, but I was close. So yeah, so this is gonna be, I might do another store run tomorrow to get some stuff that's outside of what I've already gotten, because I can't just be living off fruits, vegetables, and rice, or I'll lose my mind. But yeah, so I spent a while cooking up rice and lentils, and I mean, it tasted good. It was just so, ugh. But I cooked up some oatmeal, and I guess it's way in the back there, but I bought some gluten-free oatmeal, even though this oatmeal I got, you know, if there is any gluten, it won't be that much. And that is pretty much, you know, I just came home and I've got a freaking tension headache. Because if one thing isn't bothering me, something else is. The fibromyalgia isn't bothering me. Well, my dry eye symptoms have come back recently, which I'm pretty sure is the result of having to wear a mask so much, which pretty much just wearing a mask at work. But when you wear a mask and you're breathing in and out, where's that air going? It's going out through here. So every time I breathe out, that hot air is shooting out from under my mask right in my eyeballs. And unfortunately, there's nothing I can really do about that. Obviously, I have to wear a mask when I'm at work. And I even tried like clamping it down like that, but this is where the airflow is. So when I did that, I could barely breathe in my mask. So it's unfortunately something I just have to keep taking my eye drops that I take and just hope that the symptoms will subside. And so I had my oatmeal. I've got a jug of tea I'm drinking on. I've got the smoothie thing I'm drinking on, which there's not really, it's pretty much just straight juice. There's no added sugars. And it's got some good stuff in it. But yeah, there's not really any preservatives or anything, which makes sense. Something like this wouldn't really have that. It's just kind of like drinking now or it's going to go bad. So that's it for today. You know, it was a short work day. I came home, I made some food. I just chilled and relaxed. I have tomorrow off, and just nursing this freaking tension headache that came in. Again, when you start drastically changing your health habits, and I really have, the last couple of days with, you know, predominantly fruits and vegetables and some rice, among a few other things, you know, you can have a lot of little side effects from that, as I think I discussed. Did I? Or was I talking to somebody else? I don't remember. But as I discussed, at some time or another, there can be a lot of little side effects to you drastically changing your diet. And headaches is one of them. That's like the one cheat I'm doing is I'm still doing like, but only energy drinks that are like 150, 160 milligrams of caffeine as just to slowly lower my caffeine levels instead of just cutting it out and having a worse headache than I've already got, and then transitioning into primarily just tea for any caffeine. And of course, the objective is I eat better, I'm gonna have more energy, I won't need caffeine as much. That's the hoped for objective. So all that said, it's day 3 is done, and these first 2 days were pretty easy, and today was the first day where I really had, I remember at one point I was like, I want some French toast. And it's not like I'm never gonna eat anything bad for me again. I'm just trying to get to a point where, most of what I'm eating is healthy, limited, little to no gluten, primarily anti-inflammatory stuff, because so much of what I've eaten causes inflammation. It's no wonder I'm in the position I'm in. Not to say that my fibromyalgia is entirely created from that, but probably one of the primary reasons I've had any kind of ailments and stiffness in my joints and pain and this and that. It's probably because I've eaten a lot of food that has inflammatory properties in it. So it's just up, up, up in there. It's going to take a bit of willpower, but I think I'm going to make it. Anyway, this has been Steve. See you tomorrow.